athletes choose a date or have a preference for white women?
I beg your pardon?
Yep. Why they choose to date white women? So before I give my thoughts and my opinions, we're going to watch this video. Let's get into it.
Conversation that's edifying, that gets us to the other side of being frustrated. It is something that's a real thing, and I can acknowledge that. But even as a Black woman, a former athlete that went to a PWI, a single Black woman, you know, I have my feelings. Like, I love Black men. I prefer them as well. So it's almost like sometimes I feel like, man, they got another one of them. But at the same time, it's like, you know, love is love. And there's so much, this is a convoluted issue. So for me, I'm just excited to dive in it with you guys. And hopefully people that watch will understand, like, it's not just as black and white, no pun intended, as it may come across.
And before we get to talking about more about preference and I guess what we find appealing or attractive, I want to speak a little bit to what you said about these people don't really understand me and I don't understand them. I think for me specifically, when I think about my choice and who I want to end up with, I want to be with somebody I don't got to explain nothing.
When I tell you,
my plight understood.
And unfortunately,
what y'all mean? Okay, see, I be wanting to stop and say something, bro. What do you mean? What do you mean you want somebody you don't got to explain nothing to?
For sure.
No offense, Deontay, I'm gonna have to explain certain things to a man.
That's
something you're not gonna get.
But
a white one, for me, absolutely not.
Yeah, because it's two factors now. It's like, also too, it's like, I remember I was talking to this white girl one time because she had like red hair. I thought that was like, I was like, whoa, like, you feel me? Like, this is crazy, you feel me? But it's like, I had brought her to my neighborhood and like, the way we was talking and communicating, she was like, what does this mean? What does it mean? I was like, this is getting annoying. Like, I'm not trying to translate. Just kick, like, shut up. You know what I'm saying? But, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm thinking, but this how you think, because it's like, you watch this, and it's like, yo, Shawty got red hair. Like, you see what I'm doing out here? Like, but the translation part, it was just like, oh, I really don't get these people. And then when I went to her house, it was like, how are you? It's like, what you weren't expecting me, but nah, they.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure they weren't expecting you with your hair looking like that, bruh. I'm pretty sure. See, this is, bruh. See, this is what I'm saying. These are the excuses a lot of black people give. First, they said that they don't want to have to explain anything to anybody. So, I'm sorry. There are certain things across. There are certain ways that people talk in LA versus the way that people talk in Alabama. Black people on top, black people alike. Motherfuckers from Alabama will go all the way up there to LA. They're like, man, what the fuck these niggas talking about? I don't understand shit they saying. What does that mean, bro? What are you talking about? And vice versa. Motherfuckers from LA will go all the way down south. The way that these niggas talk, you be like, bro, what the fuck he just say? Talking this country shit. I don't know what none of this shit mean. So we not finna do that. We not about to play that game. We not about to play that game, dog.
Wasn't expecting me. So it's like,
so basically you don't know how to communicate. I got it.
Like, oh yeah, these dynamics is
and
off.
now your safety.
Yeah, I feel like too uncomfortable to the point where it's like, yeah, go up and go in the room, and it's like, go in the room.
No, I ain't going in the room.
Go in the room is.
Yeah, I was like, man, you know, my dad, he really gonna trip. I'm gonna go and get up out of here because I don't feel comfortable over here.
Okay.
So it's like, but you remember stuff like that, even, and
that's stupid. That's so stupid. That's so stupid. That's so stupid. That's just so stupid. What are you talking about, bro? It's called being communicative. Being able to have conversation. Being able to speak effectively. Talk to someone. Because you're so used to talking to your homeboys, you're also used to talking in slang and shit. You don't know how to converse with one another. You don't know how to talk to a white person. You don't know how to talk to a Hispanic person. You don't know how to talk to somebody. You just don't know how to communicate. Because you don't want to explain what certain things or how certain lingo is. Because it's unfamiliar for you. Oh, this is foreign territory for me. I don't want to have to continue to keep explaining to you the way that we talk. Why? It brings them into your world so they can understand that your dynamic and understand you as a person so they can get a better understanding instead of being on the outside looking in. Ain't nothing wrong with asking questions. And you be like, hey, bro, you were saying X, Y, and Z. What the fuck that even mean? What does that mean when you said this? Oh, nah, man, it just mean like when I'm doing X, Y, and Z, it just mean this. For it can mean a number of different things. So you can say this, but it can mean this, that, and the third. Oh, okay, I got it. So if I say this, I can mean it for this, but I can also say this, and that can mean it for that. Yeah, you get it. Oh, all right, bet. They're learning, they're understanding. So now they're able to come in. They're able to come kick it with you. Next time you bring them, they're able to come kick it with you. And they can have conversation with people. 9 times out of 10, if she really rocking with you like that, she gonna pick up on some of your lingo, and she gonna talk the way that you talk for the most part because she really rock with you, and she gonna be able to communicate with people. Just saying, dog. But y'all too lazy. Y'all lazy. Y'all don't want to talk. Y'all want to gatekeep everything. Y'all was so worried about everybody gatekeeping shit from y'all, and all of a sudden y'all want to gatekeep. Boy.
As a boy, it's like when they daddy be looking at you weird, it's like, let me get up out of here. Okay. If I had to call my dad. You feel me?
We don't want your dad to show up.
Oh, God.
Nigga, I'm from Alabama. I ain't never had no situation like that before. I have never in my life had a situation like that before. I'm from Alabama. Now, that doesn't mean there's not racist people all across America, right? But when you think Alabama, you think Mississippi, you think fucking slave ship, you think country bumpkin, you think redneck city, sundown town. You hear me? That's what you think. All of the southeastern areas, you know, the Texases, the Louisianas, the Mississippis, the Alabamas, the fucking the Georgias, the South Carolinas, the North Carolinas, and some parts of Florida too. If not all. Those areas down there, boy, you hear me? You hear me? And yet I have not experienced any of that. And I went to a PWI myself, high school and college.
Okay, and what about you, Sheree?
This is a tough one, guys, because Lene, I'm with you on that.
Okay.
As a Black woman, I don't believe wholeheartedly that any man other than a Black man can truly connect with me in the way that you described.
Right.
Yeah.
On the other side of that.
Okay, last one I'm gonna let it play. I'm sorry, y'all. Last one, and I'm gonna let it play. I'm gonna let it play through. Connect with you how? Black woman, connect with you how? On what level? What, understanding your hair? Understanding the things that you need for your body? Understanding the type of lotion that you use, the type of grease that you use? What are we talking about? What, the type of clothes that you wear and why you wear them, the type of foods that you eat and cook? The things that you believe, which is probably victimhood, that victim mentality that you have? Because you think everything is against you, you think the white man is against you? The reason you probably was gonna vote for Kamala Harris? You talking about that type of connection? You talking about the type of connection where you're so focused on trying to keep up with the Joneses instead of understanding how to actually grow and build your money and build your wealth? You talking about the type of connection where you're having babies out of wedlock? That type of connection? All right, got it.
I have to also own the fact that there are frustrations that I have with a sect of Black men in this generation when it comes to partnering, when it comes to potentially being a husband or even a viable boyfriend. That has now put me in a position where, even though I really don't want to be open to dating men outside my race, I don't want to do it. Let me be very clear.
There.
It's not what I want.
It makes sense.
But it's something that at almost 39 years old, still desiring a family in that life, I may have to be open to.
Yeah.
So I haven't had any experiences necessarily with being in the proximity that you mentioned with white males when it comes to dating. Now I will say, growing up, my cousin used to always, tease me that I would end up with a white man and it would make me so mad. It would really upset me. Like, why would you say that? Like, am I not good enough to be with a black man? But that, outside of that comment, no.
Data brokers are selling your private information. And in the wrong hands, that information can lead to...
Want to know what it is? I think she looked like she would date a white. She looked like she should be with a white man.
We don't.
I'm gonna be honest. She looked like she would date a white man. If I didn't know any better, I probably would have guessed that she dated a white man. She's a tryhard. She is a tryhard. Who gets mad at the fact that, oh well, shit, why the fuck would you say that I would date a white person? So who wouldn't want to be attractive to all races? That's a good thing. That's a good thing. When you're attractive across the board, it's a good thing. It's like, damn, all these races want me, all of them checking for me like that. Let me find out. You know what I'm saying? Like what are we talking about right now?
I don't have an issue with what you like.
Right? We don't. I don't.
One of our issues, particularly for straight black women, is that there's not a lot of y'all to choose from.
I almost ran up.
I hate to say it, and I hope it don't sound ridiculous, but the numbers quite literally don't lie. And then the way things are also set up, black women being one of the most educated groups, it is difficult for us to find counterparts. Right. And the counterparts we do have, they got their pick of the litter.
Yes, they do.
Ooh. And now we already have to compete with one another in a way that is, unfortunately, it makes it difficult to be community oriented when we because of scarcity mindset. But then when we see you turning the other way and you do it because, and your answer is always because, and I'm not talking about everybody, but for those of you who say your answer is because you dislike this, that, and the other about black women, it just opens up the whole conversation about beauty standards and privilege. And even you mentioned the white hair, these things that feel exotic. Have you had any personal experiences in either way? Because I mean, you're attracted to women, and you being a woman yourself, where you felt like that has influenced your choices, or you could see its influence on the choices of people around you.
You know what? Yes to the aesthetic piece, but I will even go a step further. For me, it goes like to an attitude or perceived attitude piece. Even most recently, Shaq. Hey, Shaq, I love you, but hey. So I did. No, I love Shaq, but he's part of my story. Okay. So I was doing a segment on the Shade Room, and I was smiling but very much confident in what I was saying, talking like I'm talking to you all. And Shaq is watching. It's like a live stream on YouTube, and he's like, "She's so pretty, but she's so mean." And I was like, "Shaq, I'm not mean. Why would you say that?" And I think there's something about black women who are confident and solid in who they are that sometimes can be perceived as we're angry or we have an attitude or we're boisterous when we simply just believe in what we're saying. And we are naturally emote differently than other races of women anyway.
You know something? You know what I'm starting to figure out? A lot of these women don't have situational awareness. They don't have awareness. They don't have this sense of self. They don't understand the things that they do. Because what they may feel what they may think that they're doing in their brain, well, I was just speaking my mind. Okay, but if you see how I'm looking at you, if you took my eyeballs and you watched yourself and you can see me through my eyeballs, well, you can see you through my eyeballs, you'll understand why I said what I said. That whole, I'm just speaking confidently. I'm just passionate about this. I know a lot of passionate people who speak calmly. And their words are still impactful and powerful. You don't need to start goddamn chicken necking and doing all this extra shit just to get your point across, to start speaking loudly and aggressive. You don't have to do that to get your point across. And one of the bigger things is, what a lot of people don't understand, a lot of women don't understand. The more you talk, the less people listen. Let me say that again. The more you talk, the less people listen. But the less you talk, the more they listen. Why is that? Because you talk too much, they always hear you. That's one. You always yapping. You always saying something. You always got a rebuttal. You always got something to say. You always give some fucking pushback. You always got something to say. If I say do this, it's a why. If I say let's go left, you say let's go right. If I say go up, you say let's go down. If I say go up under, you say let's go on top. Or why can't we go on top? You always got something to say. Always got something to say. Always got something to say. You gotta voice your opinion on everything. When a lot of times it's not even needed. Nigga was just telling you something just out of courtesy. He wasn't necessarily asking for you to say anything. He was just telling you out of courtesy. So that way you can feel him. So that way he can just make sure you're in the loop of what's going on. But see, on the flip side of that, for the individual that's not talking so much, the one that's always quiet, but yet they're always observing, they understand what's going on, they're moving in silence, they see what's going on. But then when they decide to speak, because they don't speak a lot, people get quiet, they tune in, they listen, all ears are open, because you rarely say anything. Like, oh shit, what the fuck she got to say? Let's see what she got to say, because she rarely says anything. I'm gonna lean in. Okay, so what's she talking about? You know what? That's a good idea. But because you want to talk so much, you think you got to be heard all the fucking time. And this ain't no misogynistic talk. It's just the real.
Right.
So for me, it's been more of that. I'm taller, so I kind of have a presence about me with that. The aesthetic piece, I hadn't gotten to that point yet, to be honest with you. I haven't gotten to that point of insecurity yet, because I'm still dealing with what I just talked to you about.
You don't need to get there.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get there, but
Yeah.
I do think sometimes just the confidence,
Yeah.
the assertiveness, it can be a little off-putting.
Intimidating.
Yeah. So I think that's the intimidation piece. Is what I think.
Stop with the sign language. It's not intimidation, bro. Stop, bro. All right. Okay, so we're gonna be that. We're gonna play that game today. Let's keep it a buck. Ladies, ain't nobody scared of y'all. Nobody's scared of y'all. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a bean. Let's keep it 100, a stack on top of another stack. Nobody's scared of y'all. Nobody's intimidated by you by any fucking means. We're not even in competition with you. So let's get that out the way. Nobody's studying you, bro. See, the problem is you want to compete with us so bad. So then you keep nagging and keep talking, and we keep hearing. And then we say, hey man, shut the fuck up. You ain't as dope as you think you are. You ain't like that. You ain't. You think that you a baddie, but you straight, bro. You average out here in these streets. You ain't no baddie, bro. You think you top notch. I done seen top notch. You ain't that. Cool. You got your little hair. You got your hair salon business going. Cool. You got it out the mud. You doing hair now. Cool. Do your thing. Hey, big ups to you. Shout out. Salute. You working your ass off. Get to it. Get to it bad. But do not try to bring that shit over here. Don't give a fuck. Don't care. Listen to me. Don't care. Don't care. Because it ain't doing nothing for me. What you got going on over there ain't got nothing to do with me. Nobody's intimidated by you. But what we don't like is the behavior that comes behind it, because you believe that, oh, I got this salon and I got this going on in my life. Oh, I need this, that, and the third. You can't lead me. How can you lead me? Okay, guess what? When shit hit the fan again, that salon ain't gonna be here to save you. That salon ain't gonna be here to save you. You guess what you're gonna be doing? You know that little meme, like when Mr. Krabs, he was looking around like this, in the background is real blurry. That's how you gonna be looking when you're trying to look for a man to come save you. That's exactly how you gonna be looking. Ain't nobody intimidated by you. Don't nobody care. We just want you to be quiet sometimes. That's it. Just want you to be quiet sometimes. Sometimes. Cool. It's cool to talk sometimes, but sometimes we just want you to be quiet. You don't got to compete with us. Nobody trying to compete with you. We really ain't. Dudes are not trying to compete with you, ladies. We really aren't. What she says, the better question, why can you not leave me? Let me fix that inside me. There you go. Facts. That's a great question. I am the original Snow Bunny. That is a great question. Better question. Why can you not lead me? Let me fix that inside me. Exactly. Why is it so hard? Why is it so hard to let a man lead you? Now I get it. Let me go. Now let me talk to the fellas for a second. That doesn't, because I know there's a lot of men out here today. They on some suckers. They on some sucker shit. They on some soft boy shit. They on this metrosexual shit. I get it, because a lot of them were raised by their single moms. They ain't have a father in their life. They ain't have that testosterone. They ain't have a man who was stoic and showed them discipline. And showed them true love. Because what they don't understand is that just because your father disciplines you, because your father actually cares about your fucking life, he protects you from yourself and others. You know what I'm saying? They don't have that in their life, so they don't understand that. They don't understand what that love is. They think love is just aggression and anger. No, it's not what that is. It's not what that is. So a lot of y'all don't understand. You don't know how to lead. And yeah, so there is a lack of men out here in the world like that, but there are a lot of men who do know how to lead. They do know how to lead, but because they don't fit your criteria, they don't check off everything on the box, you gonna bypass them. Oh, well, this man, he make $60,000. Shit, I make 80,000. I can't have no man that make less than me. He gotta be ambitious. He gotta already be doing it. I can't, because I worked my ass off to get to where I was. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. He need to be at least making the same as me or more. Even if he's already working on things that's gonna get him, that's gonna 10x what he's already doing. You need him already there. But guess what? When he get to that point, he ain't gonna be checking for you. He gonna have a, guess what? When he 10x his money, guess what? He's gonna be in an entirely different bracket, which means he's gonna be in different circles, which means the higher that he goes, the less black women that he probably gonna see. So then, because that pool of black women is no longer there, because that pool has gotten so small, guess what pool of women are around? There's a lot of white women in that pool. There's a lot of Asian women in that pool. There's a lot of what is it? What is it? Is it? I'm not sure. I'm just gonna say it. I'm not just gonna throw a random I'm not gonna throw a random thing out there, but there's a lot of Asian women, a lot of white women in that bracket. And so therefore he's gonna end up with one of them. And then you're gonna be over here looking crazy, like, oh well shit. Why these black men out here dating these white women? Why are they out here only doing that? Well, because you could have been dating him, you could have been married to him, you could have been leveling up with him, but because he wasn't your type, you bypassed him. But Sarah Beth, she saw his potential, she saw where he was going, she saw what he was doing. She latched on quick. But y'all want to have that conversation though. Let's move on.
I've even heard that, and I'm gonna let you answer, but I've even heard that specifically in the whole like comparison piece, white women being softer or more malleable or amicable or amenable to particularly black men leading. But also, to my point earlier, it's not a whole lot of y'all left. And in the y'all that's left, how many y'all that can lead?
I don't know.
It's even by a smaller margin. But anyway, go ahead.
Well, I just think I'm listening to what you're saying, and it's like,
this river wasn't dammed in a day, and GMC trucks weren't built overnight like every American achievement.
All these attributes that black women have that people want to kind of rein in, if you was Latina, sexy. So it's like that get hard too. And also too, it's like we get, we curate our feeds on social media to our interests. So my interest, I want to see what black folks on. So I don't know what other communities doing what they talk about, but I know when it comes to men talking about women, the only people I see publicly degraded all the time, no matter what, is black women. So it's like,
I sit the fuck down. Here you go. I get it. You on the platform with two black women, so therefore you gotta play the game. You gotta sit there and be cool. You can't call nobody out, which is bitch made, but you gotta call. You know what I'm saying? You want to play the role. No, call them out on their bullshit. No, that's some bullshit, because what you're doing now, you're co-signing that bullshit that they talking about. You're co-signing it. That's exactly what you're doing. You sounding just like them, big dog.
like I said, I was hyper aware of this young though, because I'm light skinned. Both my sisters brown skin, dark skin. So I would just see how people would approach us like, "Oh my God, you got such nice hair," and then look at my sister and be like, and I'm like, "Hold on, cuz like, what's up?" So I always been hyper aware because of the differences between me and my sisters in appearance. But I also never liked that. I never.
Why? If you got nice hair, you got nice hair. If you got nice hair, you got nice hair. Why does everything gotta be fucking racial with y'all, bro? Do you know how many people, nigga? I think my fro look nappy right now. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. But you know how many compliments I got on my afro today? Do you know how many compliments I get on my afro? I like your hair. It's curly. I really like it. It looks really good on you. But you'll seem like, hey, cuz, like, hey, man, why you talking about my hair like that, bro? Like, come on, dog. Like, you see that other black dude over there? You see his hair, bro? His hair straight too. Like, come on, dog. Like, what's really good, bro? Y'all on some bullshit today. On God, y'all on some bullshit. On God.
But like that stuff, you know what I'm saying? But because it's like they look like my mama, so like I don't understand what the problem is. Yeah. But the louder people get when it comes to black women about like you too loud, you too to do, and then when you compare it to other women, it just seemed like they were a little bit more contained and controlled. But like I said, when you start talking about Spanish women, then that attitude is sexy. Oh, yo, I had a Spanish girl, she was finna stab me, it was hot, like woo. That's crazy.
Who the fuck think that's attractive? Who the fuck thinking anybody's trying to stab them is attractive? That nigga must be crazy too. Any bitch pulling out a knife on me talking about some trying to stab me, man, you better kapow. What you talking about? What are we talking about? That shit ain't sexy, bro. That's toxic shit that y'all talking about. Ain't no, bro. The people who's let me break something down to you. The actual black people who are saying, who ain't toxic like that, who, you know what I'm saying, who got some discernment about themselves, who got respect for themselves, they ain't dealing with no bullshit like that. Like, nah, bro, I'm good on you. You trying to kill people. I want to go to sleep. I want to go to sleep peacefully at night. I don't want to be sleeping with one eye open. I don't want to be walking with me looking up with my shoulder all the fucking time thinking when you gonna stab me because I said something wrong or off-putting to you. Nah, bro, bro. That's why. This is why he's proven exactly why he need to get out there and be a little bit more diverse and stop just focusing on the people, his group of people that he talking to, because apparently they don't know shit. Because the shit that he talk about is crazy.
It's crazy, right? Wow. But like seeing grown men act like that, I'm like, hey, brother, what we doing? Because it's like, I ain't saying you can't have other preferences. I'm saying I'm a Panthers fan. And if you ask me why I'm a Panthers fan, I ain't gonna say because I hate the Falcons.
Yes.
So it don't make sense.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to move on to the other side of the debate, because sometimes when I see this conversation or this discourse happening on the internet, you get, but it's okay when a black woman does it, when she dates outside her race. And you were just speaking to that a little bit. Yes. I've been on these dating apps myself. It's hard out here for us.
That's why I got off.
And there is a prevalence of white men on them apps. Yes. And it's not really my thing, but it also just makes it difficult for me to have more options for my dating pool. But for you guys, like, what do you think is the difference between when it's happening amongst black women versus when it's happening amongst black men?
We don't have a lot to choose from. And then we talk about preference, right? So if I'm a black woman who desires to date a man who has a certain faith that he practices, that's in line with mine, that makes a certain amount of money.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Now you'll go there.
That has maybe a certain limit with how many children he already has.
Now you're asking for too much.
That may have never been married before, and I'm older.
Yeah.
So we down under the floor by the time we actually vet through every and this is not, again, I'm not talking about people, women that are super stringent and have all these high, like over the top standards.
No,
just basic things, right?
Yeah, sometimes it's not higher over the top. The bar just being held.
That's what I'm saying. So we're doing this off just basic fundamental things that we would like. A man who's into his career. Some of them still trying to figure it out. No shade, but again, if you're established, if you're high achieving, and that would go for a man. Like depending, if you may have a standard where, hey, I want to date a woman who has a passion. It's something she's really.
Man, I did this study. Matter of fact, let's go into it. Man, fuck that. Let's go into it. Cause see what they doing. They talking about. Let's go. Let me see. Yeah. Black. Let me see something. I want to see something. I want to do some quick research real quick. Let's look at this. No, we don't want that. Let's go. I want to do something really quick. I want to look up something. The percentage of single male black millionaires in the US of A is approximately 8%. 8%. Which translates to about 1.8 million African American millionaires. So 8% single male black millionaires. Now let's see. Let's see. Fifty-seven percent of single black men who are in the middle class or higher. So middle class is roughly $50,000 and higher. 50,000, if not probably 55,000 and higher, whichever one. 57% and higher. No, I'm sorry. 50,000 and higher. 57% of single black men are living in the middle class or higher. 57%. That's the overwhelming majority of single black men. That's the overwhelming majority. Which means out of that 57%, you know what? Let's do some math. I want to do some math with y'all. We gonna have a math class today. So 57%, that's the overwhelming majority of single black men. 57%. Booyah. Just 57%. Plus 8%. Woo! That's 65%. Single black men, right? That's 65%. Let's see. Let's go lower. Let's go lower. Hold on. Let's go here. 48%. 48%. Well, that number's kind of off somewhere, but give or take. 48% of black, 48% of the black population is male, which includes a significant portion of the lower class demographic. 48%. 48%. So you do have a lower class of men that's in the 48%. So black men represent about 48% of the population, with a notable percentage living in a lower income household. The poverty rate for black men is 25.8%. Big dog. Insane. So, with that being said, you as a woman, you need to figure out where your SMV lands. It ain't just about your standards. It's not. Where are your standards? The type of man that you think that you qualify for? The type of man that you want, do you qualify for him? Let me see. Just my observation, black men got tired of being held back, taking loss after loss, and changed the circle, and the sky is the limit, and they are running with those who run with them. That's a fact. Yeah, I had to pull out the numbers. Fun fact to add in, how many of those men are fathers out of wedlock? Ooh, probably the 48%. Let me see. Let's look at this one. Let's look at this. Oh, let's look at the overall. Okay, with that unit has climbed to 19 points higher. This is the biggest change in. So the share of adults living without children has climbed 19 points since 1967 to 71.3%. 71.3% of men are childless. 71.3. 71.3, dog. That's wild. That's wild. Let me see. Let's look at this number. Let's see. Let's look at this. Let's look at this number here. They begin shooting. Let's look at this number. Let's get some hard facts though, because I don't want to give y'all false information. I don't want to give y'all false information, man. So when do men this is when men become dads. So ages, damn. So percentage of men who are fathers by age, race, and Hispanic origin. So in the white population, between ages 15 to 19, the highest is 75.1%. They are already fathers by the age of 19. 75%. By the age between the ages of 20 to 29, black individuals, 80% of them are already fathers by the age of 29. But why are they giving me the numbers like that though? It's kind of wild. I don't like that. I don't like how they're giving those numbers. That don't make sense. Okay, so about 1% of white, Asian, and Hispanic men ages 15 to 19 are fathers. So that's 1% of all races. So white, Asian, and Hispanic men 15 to 19 are fathers, compared with about 3% of black men of the same age. That's crazy. So black people are leading the board, which means they having a lot of sex out here. Nasty asses. Among men ages 20 to 29, 21.9%. No, I'm sorry. From ages 20 to 29, 21.2% of white men, 24.9% of black men, and 12.4% of Asian men, and 29.4% of Hispanic men are fathers. So again, black people, they lead the leaderboard. Educational attainment. About 14% of fathers do not have a high school diploma, and roughly 12% of fathers hold a graduate or professional degree. Damn. That's wild. Among men ages 40 to 50 years, men with a bachelor's degree are less likely to have children than men with less than a high school diploma. Yep. So basically, the ones who ain't got no diploma, they out here just fucking because they poor. They live in the middle class, and that's what they're doing. They're out here having sex. Poor people be out here having sex. They just be fucking any and everything. That's why you see all them STDs going around. They be fucking everything that they can fucking find. Yep. I get it. Yep. Let's see. Let's look at that number. Single fathers as a primary parent percentage. So in the US, approximately 20% of single parent households are led by fathers. This translates to about 2.25 million single fathers in total, with many living with one child. 41% of single fathers are never married, indicating a significant portion of single fathers are not married. So 20% of single parent households are led by single fathers. That's crazy. This is why I'm telling you. When the numbers come, they ain't got shit to say. When the numbers come,
passionate about, and she's career driven. She can still be a great mom, but she has something for herself. You wouldn't date a woman that necessarily doesn't have anything going for herself.
That's real.
So when the statistics already show, it's not a lot of y'all around. Not a lot of good, solid guys around. Not a lot of guys.
Yes, they are in the middle class. They are in the middle class and higher. Yes, they are. Middle class and higher. The overwhelming majority of men, of black single men, are in the middle class and higher. I just said that 57% are in the middle class or higher. Then you got an 8% that, and you got an 8%. Matter of fact, I think I did that number wrong. Let me see something real quick. Let me see. What was it? Was it 47? Let me see. What's that? 57 plus. No. What was the number? It was 57 plus 40. Yeah, it was, yeah. So 57. So it was 57%. 57% are in the middle class and higher. Of that 57%, 8% of that 57% are millionaires. 8% of that 57 are millionaires. And the other, so you just have to do the math. The others, that other percentage, which is like 42 point something percent, 42 point something percent, are in the lower class. So they out here. Y'all standards is just so high, and you think that you deserve more than what you are supposed to get. You got this high inflated ego of yourself. You think that you deserve the best. Yeah, 49%, right? Yeah, okay, 49%. I knew it was somewhere close. 49% are in the lower class. So that's still the minority. Because 57% of single black men are in the middle class and higher.
Guys that care about themselves enough to go to a therapist,
good call,
or to read a book, or to go to the gym, or to eat a salad. Again, we're under the couch, and so that's part of it. It's a numbers game. You all have more choices. It just is what it is.
Yeah,
I think also too though, like,
black men do got more choices.
Even if I am on the same like economic status as you, my options is different. I might want to go play that field. Like, it's like I don't work that hard. If you ain't got nobody that stayed down with you to your success, and even sometimes, even when you do stay down, like my options change up. I want to go explore them options because we always think it's something better going on. But I think too, my mentality about this is always like, whatever. Like, the whole conversation is like, do what you want to do, as long as it's not like, well, I'm dating white men because
Because
I hate
don't like
black
white
men.
men.
Like, yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
then
yeah.
also too, it's just like, in like a case like Serena Williams. Serena Williams, like, the only thing I ever really heard black men compliment her about was her ass. You feel me? Everything else is like she manly, she this and that. But she go get the white dude. Now the white dude.
Well, let's be honest. Can I be honest? Can I be objectively honest? Serena Williams ain't even that cute. She just had a body. Now I know the community gonna come at me, but I really don't care. I said what I said. She really wasn't that cute in the first fucking place. She just had the body, bro. She was a butterface, 1000%. And if she didn't have no body, she'd be a swamp donkey. Real talk, like what are we talking about? She'd be a swamp donkey. Just calling her for what it is.
He look crazy. He looked crazy. You know what I'm saying? But he is a billionaire.
You
like,
saw the swimming
hey,
trunk picture, didn't you?
I did. Shot a look translucent.
I
You hear
didn't
me?
see the swimming trunk picture.
He looked translucent. It's crazy.
Oh, don't say that.
It's a stark contrast.
Okay.
What he like invested in this or something? No. I'm just playing. But nah, I'm just saying it's like, but you can't go. But then it's like, well, he do got $1 billion, and men respect money. You feel me? So it's like, well, she do got $1 billion, but you can use that as an example too. But I think also my kind of like point of view is, if you go to college, you in your career, you doing your thing, the type of people you around too, it lessens like the black man that you might want. That field do get shorter and shorter because of war on drugs. Like we was funneled into prison, y'all was left out here, and y'all figured it out. Like my mama struggled working regular jobs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go the corporate route, and I'm gonna go do the corporate takeover, and that's what y'all did. That's just real. The stats is there.
But I mean, I feel
What's stats? Like, bro, see, that's what I'm talking about, man. Y'all don't be giving a full fucking story. There's a full on video